Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Okay, so today I'm going to be showing you guys how to make golden buttercream cake without an airbrush. Yes, so okay, so one of my most popular videos on YouTube is about golden buttercream cupcakes without an airbrush, and people really loved it. And most people ask me like, how can they get like a really golden buttercream cake without having an airbrush, or just painting it golden buttercream and letting it be really pigmented and shiny and nice. So I tried to make this video for you guys how I make it. Okay, so I should tell you first of all, you're going to be needing a lot of gold dust. Yeah, so you're going to be needing at least 5 grams of gold dust, and like edible gold dust in this industry is expensive. So today I'm going to be showing you the measurement I use. So I use 5 grams of edible gold dust. This cake is 6 inches and it is just like one layer, like sliced into and torted. Do you get? So if you're going to be doing maybe a really tall cake, maybe you like maybe around 8 to 10 grams would be nice. So I use a ratio of 1 to 1, which is 1 part edible gold dust to 1 part vodka. In my case, I have vodka. I use vodka, but if you don't want to use any form of alcohol, you can use lemon extract. So for those of you that ask me like, you don't take alcohol and stuff, for me I feel like it's negligible. Besides, it's still going to evaporate and you can't even smell it on your cake. I don't think it's a big deal, but religious beliefs and stuff like constrains people to some stuff. So if you can't use vodka, you can use lemon extract. It works just as well and it dries pretty fast. Okay, so what you want to do is mix 5 grams of lemon extract with 5 grams of vodka or gold dust, and then mix it really well. And you need 3 things that are important when you want to do this. You need like really well pigmented edible gold dust, and I'm going to be telling you the trick I use to choose really nice gold dust even when I've not tried that brand before. And then you need you need a food brush that is soft and the bristles are long and soft. Like, you need it to be soft and fluffy, that way it won't form streaks in your paint in your cake. For example, the cake I'm painting today, I kind of already use a cake comb on it, so even if it forms streaks you can't really see it. But if you're going to be painting a plain buttercream cake without using a cake comb or anything, you don't want there to be streaks. So you want to use a brush that is really soft so that like the bristles of the brush won't form streaks on top of your cake. Okay, so moving on, you want to make sure your buttercream cake is frozen. Like, this is important. This is super important. So this cake, you don't want to freeze the cake from inside out. You just want to pop it in the freezer for around maybe 2 hours so that like the exterior part can firm up as much as possible before you start to paint. So beforehand, I already kept some buttercream cake in the freezer, and see how I'm touching it right now, and the buttercream is not sticking to my hand. That's because it is very firm, like it is really frozen. So before you do this, you want to make sure it's frozen, otherwise your gold dust is going to mix with your buttercream and then it's not going to be as shiny. And then once that happens, your cake will be gold, quite alright, but it won't be as shiny. Do you get? Okay, so I'm going to be using my edible gold dust, and if you want to buy it, I'm going to be leaving a link for you in the description box below with some vodka. You can use any brand of vodka that you want. Okay, so it's also important for me to let you guys know that one of the problems I had on YouTube at first when I first started was I don't have access to be able to buy the things most people post online. So I want to be able to buy something in my vicinity. Like, for example, if they talk about a particular tool, I want to be able to find what I can use around me that kind of serves the same purpose without having to buy from the link in the description box. Sometimes it's a little bit too expensive for me, or sometimes like shipping is just a problem. I don't know if you guys get my point. So today I'm going to be telling you how to recognize and buy good quality edible gold dust if you don't have access to the one in my description box. Okay, so I kind of already mixed it together with my soft bristle brush, and then I'm going to start to rotate it and paint in one direction. It's important you paint in one direction because there will be less streaks on your cake that way. Yes, you don't have to if you don't want to, but like I feel like if you paint in one direction, especially if you don't have if you didn't use a cake comb on your cake, there'll be less streaks on your cake and stuff. Okay, so we are going to be painting and be doing it bit by bit. So, and if you notice, my cake is really frozen. So if you start doing this and you kind of notice that the buttercream is moving, you want to pop your cake back in the freezer for another 20 to 30 minutes so it can be really firm, because your cake won't be as shiny and golden if the buttercream is not very solid and if it is moving around. So you have to bear that in mind. Okay, so guys, let's talk about good quality gold dust. Yeah, one of the first problems I had was finding good quality gold dust that is nice and shiny and really pigmented. So I'm going to be telling you like the tricks I used to pick good quality gold dust, even if I've never tried that brand before. If I'm trying it for the first time, like, you already know it's good just by looking at the picture online. So let me tell you guys, yeah, when you see good quality gold dust, yeah, usually most people sell it in a container that is transparent. You're going to notice that the gold dust kind of coats the walls of the container and you can't see the inside. You can't see through the transparent container because the gold dust coats it. That's exactly the same way it's going to coat your cake. Let me give you an example. I'm not really trying to sell any brand. This was just a picture I found online and I was trying to use it to explain it to you guys. This container is transparent, yeah, but the reason why you can't see through is because the gold dust is a good quality gold dust, so it kind of coats the walls of the container, so you can't really see through, but you can see the pigments of the gold dust. Do you understand? If you take that and compare it to this one I'm about to show you, you can see through a little bit, even though the gold is shiny, but you can still see through. That way, you know, like, yeah, it doesn't mean it's bad, but it's not just as, you know, good quality as the first one I showed you guys. So if you can see through your container, like even just from the pictures online, you know that okay, it won't be, you know, like, usually these ones are cheaper, but just know that you're going to like get what you pay for. Basically, it's not as good as the one that kind of coats the walls of the container. Okay, so now that you know how to buy your own gold dust without having to buy the one in my description box, now I'm painting the sides of my cake. Just the way you painted the top, you're going to paint the sides of the cake. And if you kind of notice, my buttercream is getting a little softer, so you want to make sure you work really fast, because, like, you know, buttercream at room temperature is, you know, soft. So once you take it out of the freezer for a while, it starts to get softer the longer you paint. So you want to, you know, work really fast and stuff. So don't worry about the mess on my cake board. I'm still going to clean that up in a second. So guys, if you want to check out my golden buttercream you know, video, I'm going to leave a link right up here for you guys to watch. In that video I also use the same gold dust, so you can check it out in case you're trying to make cupcakes instead of our old cake and stuff. Basically, you can use this technique for anything you're covering in buttercream, whether you're decorating cupcakes or you're decorating a cake. This you know, technique works and stuff. Okay, so if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, I don't know exactly what you're waiting for. Okay, I'm not being proud. Please give me a thumbs up on this video and please subscribe. Like, I have more than 300 videos on my channel now and we just clocked 10,000 subscribers. It's amazing. At the point of shooting this video, I had about 10,400 subscribers. It's ridiculous and I love it. Thank you guys so much for always encouraging me and stuff. So if you notice, we are kind of done painting with this. So now that we've done the first coat, we're going to be doing two coats actually, because if you notice, you can still kind of see streaks of green on top of the cake. So don't worry, just take your cake right now and pop it back into the freezer for around maybe 10 to 15 minutes. That way the vodka on it would have evaporated a little bit, and at the same time your buttercream would have firmed up a little bit more, so that you can put the second coat. The second coat won't be as detailed or as, you know, it won't take as long as the first coat. So it's just for you to cover up the tiny streaks of the, you know, underlining color that you can see. So right now I'm going to pop my cake in the freezer for a little bit longer and then bring it out for you guys to see. Okay, so I was kind of in a hurry because the customer was calling me, so I couldn't really film the remaining part. So after I brought it out of the freezer, I kind of just made another batch of paint, because that first part was finished. So, and then I kind of painted around it and painted like the streaks on it and everything. So now I'm trying to clean up my cake, because, like, you know, you have to, you know, clean it up and stuff. If you notice, my the buttercream is so frozen that it's not even moving, the one that kind of smeared on the board. So I'm trying to clean up my cake board and everything. and that's all you have to do. If you can still see streaks, I'm still going to fix that. I think there's still streaks of green. Yeah. Okay, so at this point my customer was almost here, so you know. Anyway, so I think it's good enough for a buttercream cake. It looks golden enough for me. I don't know for you guys. So thank you guys so much for always watching my videos, and I will see you in my future video. If you haven't given me a thumbs up yet on this one, please give me a thumbs up on this video, and I will see you in the future. So I'm going to be decorating this cake with just, you know, flowers and stuff. I kind of ended up putting some highlights on the blue flower, but okay. Thank you guys, and I'll see you later.